You folks wanna die?
Not really.
Let's go. Let's go murder everyone.
Let's go murder everyone and nuke the town.
Yeah.
That's what it deserves.
Let's go murder everyone and nuke the area. Why? Just because we can.
It's gotta happen.
Because we can.
What? It's like...
Let's see, you get up there, across there,
Yeah.
you get there. Yep.
It's like one of those things in like time travel media where there's fixed points, like Doctor Who. Like Pompeii erupts. That has to happen. The area must die. You can't prevent it even with time travel.
You should not make paradoxes, it just goes bad.
I remember the Pompeii episode because...
Wait.
We spoke of the Legacy of Kain series. Just look at that. When you made one little tiny paradox, everything's fucked.
Nice.
But I mean, time travel, if it existed, wouldn't be able to create paradoxes.
You don't know.
Well, I think, at least. Because if you go back in time and you hit yourself...
Wait a second with this. Let's finish this dumb discussion.
Fuck it.
No, but then that entirely depends on whether or not things... That depends on whether or not you can return to the time you came from. Like, if you change something in the past, will that thing already have happened? Is it a closed loop?
Also, with if you go back and try to find yourself, what would really happen? Would it be able to do it? Because you've technically seen yourself and you don't have the memories of seeing yourself, right?
Right.
Or will a new memory be appearing inside of your brain then when you see yourself in the past?
That shouldn't happen though.
But if you go back in time and hit yourself, then before you go back in time, you have the memory of you from the future going back in time and hitting you.
But that's just the thing.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, but that's how I think it would work.
What do you mean how it would work? It doesn't work.
I think
it doesn't
would work.
No, it doesn't work because imagine this. Imagine this. You're saying that where do they start? Where does this circle start?
Yeah.
It's like, do you suddenly make a hen to lay an egg, or does the egg just appear and becomes a hen and then lays an egg?
You can't talk about how time travel would work because it doesn't work.
Your future self goes back in time and gives you a time machine, which you then go back in time and give your...
Yeah, that will probably happen if someone in the future ever invents time travel, which doesn't seem to have happened ever.
No, it isn't. I don't think it's possible to travel back in time.
No.
It's not possible, really, because it would break so many bloody laws.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Speaking of physics, let's explode things.
Hello? We're here from... We came to
it's all over. It's game over, man.
Is it because of the shades or just because he is here?
Because we showed up, maybe.
As cheerful as... You're the one who wrote the letter, right? What's going on? It may be faster for us to let us ask around.
Yeah, let's go down, talk to all the people, smack the shit out of them.
Yeah.
No, let's not talk about all the people. Let's just talk to the guard.
Yeah, let's ignore everyone except the person we need to talk to advance.
Like, imagine if life actually was a game, and then just a baby was born, and then started running around and speedrunning life.
Well, there was a theory I read about on Reddit. It's a terrible place to go there. Let's see, I'm probably going the wrong way.
No, you can jump from here over there with a little... You can actually do the light combo in the air to get a little more distance.
But yeah, read something in Reddit that some people think that life is a simulator, so make life interesting, otherwise the aliens are doing the simulation is gonna think, it's boring, and click off.
Well, it's like...
Yeah.
It's like the old thing of like, how do you know you're not just a brain in a jar being fed stimuli?
But as long as Florida exists, the aliens aren't gonna click off.
Yeah, there's always something interesting.
Yeah, it's always something interesting.
In Florida.
But
yes.
it is... Well, who believes
like JoJo's Part 6.
So
yeah?
really.
Is that in Florida?
I think so. It's in the US. I think it's in
I
Florida.
know Crazy Weatherman creates snails, and
Hey, don't spoil it.
that's like the only thing I know. And Green Baby.
Yeah. It was pointed out to me that Weather Report has.
I don't know who Weather Report is.
He's Crazy Weatherman.
I don't know who that
Whatever.
is.
Shut the fuck up. Talk to the guard.
Don't tell me what he does.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you he has a hat that looks like Jamiroquai's hat.
Maybe I don't. I'm not sure. Which is it? Oh, and if I may ask, are you friends of Kaine?
Big friends.
Could say that.
Ah, I've heard the rumors. Here to hunt shades, are you?
Always.
Indeed. Our every last one. Everyone. 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 Vice!
It's profoundly unclear how Gestalts manage to make themselves look like people.
Mm.
And if they could, why couldn't they just have lived on like that?
Possessed somehow. Keep your guard up.
Well, he's saying they're possessed. It might be that they're doing what Tyran is doing to Kaine. Although it might be that people are like willing to accept that. It's very unclear. I do like that the guards are enemies you have to murder. Like the non-transformed ones as well.
You guys sure are taking your goddamn time.
We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Now, remember what I said about these? Maybe they're just shades trying to live among people. I was right all along.
Pretty much.
The villagers are possessed.
All of my theories are always correct.
No.
It turns out it ain't.
It turns out the shades are actually Virgil.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
The
not
Shadow
this
Lord
again.
is actually Virgil.
Everyone's Virgil.
Look at that Virgil over there, just shambling about.
Yeah, these
No,
people
but that's
who are
your-
shouting that we are not shades, are they the real people
Yep.
then?
There might be. The ones that are still locked inside their houses might be like replicants.
But that's not Virgil, it's you're an Emil.
But then, why can't the shades just get indoors?
Good solid doors. Big locks.
Very big locks.
But Urison is such a not menacing name compared to all the other.
I like that as a
Okay.
name. Though Urison in William Blake's writings didn't necessarily... He wasn't like a bad dude. He was like... I forget. Like a knowledge god or whatever.
I can't tell him human anymore.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Just Bruce walks past a person, three voices say hi.
Get out of here! No way! I'm not going to abandon my own sister.
This is like... Something about this looks like a fucking stage play where it's very obvious that they're not actually fighting and just holding their swords against each other vaguely. Until it's time.
No! No! You people are the monsters here!
But who was the real
Sister
monsters?
is one of them now.
I don't care what she is. She's my sister, and I love her.
Man, he's got a weird plastic face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Porcelain face.
Something like that. Huh? I wasn't paying attention. Ah, fuck.
Ah,
Not
fuck.
again.
Kaine got stabbed again.
She does that.
If we don't hear that shade
Is that a
speaking.
meme?
No. I mean, I don't know if it's a meme outside of the game. It's kind of a meme inside the game.
Oh,
Now we get some talk.
Don't hurt my sister!
We just want to live in peace. You possessed monster, says the Shade? It is you who have lost your humanity. You are the true monsters.
What madness. These people are behaving as if we are the villains.
Oh boy, I
Oh
wonder
boy.
why. You're the cursed ones. You're the ones who should die.
Kainen!
Kill them! Kill them now!
No! You've got to stop this!
There's so many more than I remember.
Please! You have to
Yeah,
stop
but we're also on hard.
Emil!
I don't remember when I put it to hard. It must have been right before we recorded the last bit of ending A.
Vixen has finally run out of steam.
God damn it, Taran, shut the fuck up.
Are you sure about that, sunshine?
Are you sure about that? Fucking... He's got the John Cena memes.
Stop this at once!
Leave us in peace.
Remember you can
I think
charge
it's
the heavy as
popular
well.
who just wrote that letter to trick us to come here.
Maybe, actually.
What did you say?
Because no one here, and the Shades are not wanting us to be here.
That Popola wrote the letter, maybe. To make us go here.
Maybe.
Otherwise, who else?
I do enjoy a good fight on a tight rope bridge, or whatever this is.
Yeah.
I ended up with a weird intonation with that, like a tight rope bridge instead of a tightrope bridge.
The villagers are under attack over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, if shades are humans,
Leave me alone!
Damn it, Emil! Watch Kainen! I'll go clean up a...
Alright.
Clean up.
if shades are people,
Yeah.
what the fuck is Wendy?
There's many people. I don't think you're supposed to go up here.
Oh. Oh shit. Yeah, wrong place. Whee!
And also, if animals can be shades, because that would explain Goose.
Well,
Why did you even come here?
we'll get to Goose. But let's just say, for the purpose of Wendy, that it is possible for several gestalts to sort of fuse into one being.
Is also Jack just a bunch of octopuses?
Yes. He is several shades merged together.
That I know.
I blame you for all of this!
That's a good line. I need to start using that. Just point to someone and be like, I blame you!
This is all your fault.
That always felt weird in movies and stuff when someone yells like, this is all your fault. Because it feels like you don't, even if it is, you don't really say that in real life to anyone.
Yeah.
Have any of you seen Twisted, the musical?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Because then the guard captain is like super funny. I like him, and he always says, "This is all your fault, Jafar."
Jafar?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it that thing that people are memeing up? That's like Aladdin, but goofy and weird.
I mean, yeah, but also it has moments where it isn't goofy.
Okay.
It's basically, Aladdin is actually Sleaze Pagano man who
Oh.
just wants to fuck the princess, and Jafar is the royal vizier who just wants to make the kingdom good.
I see.
All this for a loaf of bread.
I mean, hey,
Oh, let's see what's going on now, if we
should see
can
Twisted.
understand shit.
What's happening?
I don't remember what it says, if it even says anything coherent.
It just reminds me of Neon
Yeah, we got
Genesis Evangelion.
some Evangelion vibes for sure. This thing could easily pass for an angel.
Yep.
Just look at that shit.
Yeah.
By my pages. Is this beast a shade as well? That thing sucked up the villagers.
Just slurped them up.
No! If we keep this up, we're gonna kill them all!
Yeah, guess who's gonna do that?
Yeah.
We can't let that happen!
Can't let innocent people die, says Emil.
Oh.
Our village, our world, where am I? Who am I? So yeah, this thing is basically just insane.
It's basically a collection of many consciousness
Yeah.
that will make anyone go insane.
Persona is happening inside there. Well, that's a stupid... Okay, forget about that shit. Just the term collective consciousness got me thinking Persona.
Is this the combined power of all those shades? It will take
Okay, now you're gonna get it.
to stop us. The first to waver is the first to die.
Remember, you can hit the purple ones as well.
Oh yeah, in Twisted, the genie is also a creature. He's a joke, but also
See if you can jump. And
he's not in the movie much, in the music much, but he exists out of time and space. So he pulls a bunch of he says a bunch of references, and Jafar takes it seriously, and everybody else just thinks he's funny, and I like it.
I mean, the genie in the animated Disney one would make like weird references. You're running out of those, by the way,
Yeah.
and those are hard to collect.
Yeah, but I think like
You might not want to be standing right.
every line he says except 2 are references.
Like, blast, do the full spear. The lance, the dark lance. Oh well. Let loose. There we go. Because I think he's gonna turn the eye away in a little bit. Oh, you can do that.
Come on. Open up.
Nice. Well, the one I always think about for like fourth wall breaking references in Aladdin is who is it he imitates? I forget the name. The chess guy. Remember
The chest
that?
guy?
Chess.
Chess guy.
When the carpet beats the genie at chess, he's like, I can't believe it, beaten by our carpet, or whatever. And he's like imitating like a real chess man who was beaten by a chess computer. He even does like a dumb face, like he changes his face to look like that guy, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Although it did make for that dumb theory about Aladdin actually being post-apocalyptic and taking place like 10,000 years in the future, and that's why the genie makes all the references, because he's 10,000 years old.
That's dumb.
It is.
I want garlic bread and pasta with tomato sauce.
You're trying to do like low random humor.
No, I just really got the urge because it smells like bread. Or I smell
Does
bread.
it? There shouldn't be bread smell here.
I don't smell any bread. I'm having a stroke.
Having a stroke, my dude? What the fuck am I referencing? Oh, isn't that something Clem said? On the topic of, since we're playing NieR, that's pretty fitting. Yeah, it's when he starts talking about NieR Replicant and NieR Gestalt, and he's like, he's got someone going like, you're having a stroke, my dude? What?
What?
Get in. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
He
I hit.
He said his spat his toothpaste out on the floor. I guess
I don't know
go
why,
in.
I just smell bread.
Do you smell like bread?
No.
Odd.
Do people smell bread when they're having a stroke?
I don't know. They do. It is not entirely uncommon, I think, to have like weird sensory inputs. I've never had a stroke. I wouldn't know.
Me neither.
Thank God for that. What? Okay, so it's like if you hit a shade at all, it seems like it doesn't do anything to the eye.
Yeah, seems so.
Which is weird because that's not how it works in the rest of the game.
I mean, I know that when you're
Oh,
stroke, your left arm hurts.
Motherfucker.
Is it always the left? I know it's
Come on. We.
usually is. Okay, good.
Come on. Come on. Open up. There we go.
There it is. I think. We don't get any more this time. Next time you get the timer, just run in and smack it.
I couldn't even smack it because it was too far away.
Yeah, but next time try to stay close.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Remember, you can hold the button as well to charge.
Mm. Oh, God damn it.
Careful around the edge. Maybe try jumping when you release the spears as well.
Can you do it in there?
Yeah, I think so. There it is. Okay, go in.
No.
Okay, oh, you can't even.
Come on, yes!
Oof.
Oh, that was way too close.
You had time.
Whew.
Fist it.
Hit it! Rip it aside.
Alright, speaking of Evangelion,
Yeah.
doesn't get much more Eva than that.
Mm.
But forget Eva, here's DBC. Gallic gun!
Look out! Something's coming!
I forgot what this is.
Just dodge it.
Its weak point is located around the back. Try attacking it from above.
Yeah, so you want to go not that way, but the other way.
Emil!
I was trying to join a Facebook group about Warhammer Fantasy, and it asked me a bunch of questions about the lore. Like, that feels kind of gatekeepy.
What?
Why are you talking about this now?
I don't know.
I don't even listen to what you said. What?
I mean,
About gatekeeping 40k?
Warhammer Fantasy, but...
Ah.
And then you want to go to the ladder. Right.
Come on. Get the fuck up!
You know, some games are like have like two sensitive ladders. Like if you're anywhere within like a meter of them, you just snap.
Mm.
This game does not have that.
Some games have climbing mechanics where if you're just like an inch within a wall and you're running, poof, you're on the wall now.
That happens.
Are you there yet?
Are you there yet?
Are you doing like SpongeBob? Do the lance. But do you have like a magic drop or something? If you look at the items. Magic drop, that should... Oh no, it... Oh well. Did you pop it?
Yeah, I popped it.
Well, then just do the small blasts, I guess.
What else magic drops do?
It increases magic damage. I thought it might restore magic to your meter. But it doesn't.
I can't do this for much longer.
Oh, don't worry, you won't have to once you nuke the place.
Yeah.
Maybe just let the magic recharge.
Okay.
Oh,
It is
right.
escaping to the inner level.
Good.
I'm coming.
So low.
Catch
Okay.
my breath.
Careful.
I mean, my headcanon is all characters that you play as in video games hear your voice in their head when you're talking.
I don't know about that.
Because I think that's fun. Just like,
Well, it doesn't make sense for most games.
no. But they just ignore it because why the fuck would you listen to the crazy voices in your head talking about other worlds and bullshit?
You are thinking a little bit too much.
Beat the
What?
hell out of that thing.
You think a little bit too much.
Yeah,
Its combined powers are beyond
It's
even
not
my
healthy.
greatest suspicion.
probably not.
Good. Let your bar recharge.
Yeah. So fight these
Oh,
enemies
good.
then.
Murdering these boys should help you recharge the bar.
I know what will help us. Murder!
It usually does.
Yeah. Ooh. You heard it here first, kids. Murder solves all
You
your
did
problems.
not hear it here first. You've heard it before.
Whoa!
That's good. The laser looks big and scary, it doesn't do that much. Almost got him. Probably want to charge it up fully
Yeah.
before you do another one.
Come on, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you? Should be able to smack it a little bit. Nice.
Oh god!
Okay, you go do it, do it. Spears.
Lance?
Yeah.
No, shit! Oh! That is so annoying. Oh god.
Well, that probably means it's right there. Go smack its eye.
Yeah.
You know what I hate? When people call spears or glaives halberds.
When does that ever happen?
A lot of times.
Why? Who?
People.
What?
What people?
People.
I've never heard it
I
happen.
never heard it either, so you
Okay.
can't really say it's happening all the time.
You
When
know
it's-
what I hate? I hate when people call bears rats.
Oh,
Does
thank
that
People
happen?
say it.
Does that happen a lot for you?
No,
Okay.
it was to. I tried to make you sound crazy.
Guess it happens a lot for me. That with the axe looks really dumb.
Suppose.
We did that with the axe. It looked really dumb.
Just beam super. Raw from mid-screen.
Scream for more power.
It works. Yeah, suck it, Wendy.
Wendy's nuts guns.
What?
No, I was just thinking of
Oh, sorry, just loaded progress. Oh no, that we sent them. Send record directly to cabinet command room.
I was just thinking of those dumb Ligma and Yuri memes.
Wait.
There's also Wendy.
Who's Wendy? Wendy's nuts.
Wendy's nuts gonna slap your face. Or what the fuck it is.
I guess.
Emil! He's gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
What did it make the weapon,
New
really?
time.
Shit. Oh, fuck. That feels new. I don't know if they even said fuck in the old game.
Mm.
No, kinda said fuck. At least once. Hey look guys, we made a crater.
Yeah. Big hole in the ground. Yeah, that is not completely creepy.
It's
Just-
great.
Just
It's a good
slowly
design.
turning around.
I like that design.
Good job, kid. You killed everyone.
What's this? Uncontrollable magic?
Yeah, this is new.
I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed a magic powerful enough to destroy not only the Shade, but everyone else as well. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy, eviscerate, crush, kill. Oh fuck, is Urian from Street Fighter 3. These are dark impulses that override all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. Oh! This is not in the old game at all. A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. Abort the experiment! Number 6 is out of control! Everyone get out of here now! Get out of the... The researcher's words are abruptly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory, until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. This might be a better translation of the compared to the shitty translation that's available. Well, it's not. It's the less than stellar translation that's available for a short story called The Stone Flower in NieR. But this would be the end of that story. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, unable to process what they just seen. Then a female scientist takes a step back and lets fly with a heartbreaking wail. But this is a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. His body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull, and it is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps about the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched starving beast. This creature, this thing, is experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. No! Oh no! Please stop! Oh God! Save me! Save me! I don't want to die! One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. If number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. No, this is not that story. That story is told from Halua's perspective. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarm falls silent, and only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It's a sound that curses those who had dared bring such evil into the world, yet one that also seems to be pleading for help. So this is brand new. 2 sets of footsteps echo in an otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One set belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and his hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrists. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the journey an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me, could you please walk a bit slower, sir? I'm not used to being blindfolded, and rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. This last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples to the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the falling drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. "Close your damn eyes!" roars the man. Yes, sir," stammers the boy as he slams his lids shut. He hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now he keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the black of his vision. This boy is Emil, also known as Number 7. He's a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under their gaze. "Don't look at me!" barks the man. "Never look at me!" "I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you just hand me the blind..." Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. "Sir, stop! You're hurting me!" "I told you to keep your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it!" The man knows this boy. This weapon could wipe him out with a single glance, yet subduing him in this way gives him a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, retrieves the blindfold and knots it tightly around the boy's quivering head. "Right then, on your feet, let's move." Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter, the pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they have set out for him to do. The second level of the laboratory is an even worse shape than the first. The environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. While the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained in a deep red, he has a sudden image of warm, gooey brownies slathered in a strawberry sauce. His stomach lurches at the thought, but when he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being rendered into what could only be described as paste. Damn. The man blinks. His mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply cease altogether, as if his mind realizes that trying to put such a thing into form is a folly. "You can go on the rest of the way on your own," says the man in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. "I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human. You're a monster." With this, the man spins around and dashes down the hall. A helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. I'm not familiar with the word erstwhile.
Neither.
Emil finds himself alone in a room with a stench of death and blood. For a moment he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squashes his plan. Instead he stands still and listens intently. Eventually a far-off sound reaches his ears. That's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes walking, using the sound of the distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the third level, he is moving on memory as much as sound. His hands and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls, but every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together. We ate cookies together. We cried together. We laughed together. And sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after the other. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The howl is very close now. As he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister, and he must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him, but she looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all fours through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts his head in Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft crunching sounds emerge from the creatures as his magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What little color the beast once possessed fades to a dull ashen grey, which also leads me to believe that the grey head that Emil now has at some point was like flesh colored, maybe with skin, like human-ass skin, which is even creepier. Yet somehow it summons what strength remains and pulls itself toward Emil, one slow lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me? Or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, this was his older sister, the person he loved more than anyone else in the world. Halua, The moment Emil speaks, number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber. Fuck. As the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Halua, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, number 6 simply waits in utter, perfect silence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry! The moment number 6's petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother. And yet it was that little brother who in a sense saved her. The moment the petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees. A frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in this cold cage, the two of them weep in a single silent voice. It was our combined power that destroyed the Aerie. Whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My sweet, gentle sister turned into a monster. And the same thing will happen to me, now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon win out and destroy me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love,
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
And he doesn't give a flying fuck.
But you saved our lives, and that's all that matters. Ha 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 ha.
For you, I'll be dead. We owe you.
2 free lives for many.
Well, we're the main characters, so our lives are more important.
But Bruce thinks that if Emil hadn't done that, all the people in there would have died anyway because of the chains.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Don't look back.
Ay.
No, but that Halua backstory thingy for Emil is brand new. That wasn't in the original game. It does add. I do enjoy that it's there.
Best be off. Yeah.
Let's run back to the village and end the episode there.
Okay, let's go.
Just in case that there's something to see on the way. So you might have noticed that we went bang, 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 bang. We've already got 4 keys and need 1 more.
Opal has found some information about this. Very well.
So ending B will be coming a lot sooner than you might have expected based on the length of ending A.
Whee!
Nice.
Well, don't need it anymore, so.
Don't need it, she says as she tosses a boar to the side.
Basically.
Well, boar, I don't need you anymore.
I'm gonna turn the goblin or something. I think it makes my stomach hurt right now too.
That's also a rough one. I keep getting these black marks and I'm thinking I'm gonna be a goblin. I don't want to be a goblin.
So let's go and save, I think.
Yeah. Next time, Oh right! I almost forgot.
Hmm?
It's not the loyal Cerberus next time. It's the mermaid. The
Oh yeah,
mermaid
it
princess.
is. It is.
Mermaid Princess?
That's the name of the short story that got turned into that section with the ship. And the red bagman.
Okay.
So that's what's going down next time. I'm excited for that because I think I know what she's saying based on the short story. And I'm interested if they kept the spirit of it. So, look forward to that.